Welcome to the Kingdom of Cambodia.
Okay, so just arrived. I'll give you guys a proper tour in a second. They have brought welcome drinks. I drank one of them. They brought two, even though I'm just one person. But yeah, I thought I'd show you guys because usually, to be honest, I just drink them, eat them, enjoy myself, and I don't share with you guys.
Hot outside. I cannot tell you guys how surprised I am to be here. The fan is a bit loud. Let's see if we can go. Can you see this room? Like, can you see this room? Have a look at the bathroom. Okay, I am very, very excitable right now. Honestly, guys, I am in shock. Absolute shock. Okay, I'm just really excited. This place is insane. When I came to Cambodia, people told me it's dirty. It's not dirty. Siem Reap is one of the cleanest places in Southeast Asia that I've been to. So far, I'm really impressed. The number of luxury hotels that I've seen, that we've driven past, look outstanding. This hotel that I'm staying in right now, I want to cry. It's beautiful. I really, really regret not staying here longer. I'm only staying here 2 days. This place is beautiful. And I thought Cambodia would be a bit more like Laos, a bit more rural, a bit more underdeveloped. It is not. We just drove through the center as well. It's busy, it's popping, there's an atmosphere. I'm in complete shock. I did not expect this from Cambodia at all. I mean, talk about a good first impression. Like, the hospitality here is just amazing. The guy that picked me up from the airport, and it was complimentary with my hotel, because my hotel's a little bit far out, they also offer a shuttle service into the town for free. As well as airport pick up and drop off, so that's great. Genuinely blown away by the hospitality, but also I know a little bit about the history, and I know that Cambodia's been through a lot as a country, but just driving through Siem Reap, I can see how modern it is, but I can also see the impact that tourism has had here in Siem Reap on the Cambodia economy. The impact of your tourism seems to be monumental here in Cambodia. And I'm really, really, really impressed so far. And I've literally just driven from the hotel to the airport, from the airport to the hotel. You can just see, it's also just walking on sand. I don't know how well you can see them. I am a little worried about spiders here because I have seen a few cobwebs and I know they do eat tarantulas here. I feel like I'm gonna run out of battery because I just am gonna take a video of everything. Every single temple is just beautiful. And obviously they're all still working temples, so you have to be aware. When you come here, you're not allowed to come here if you're wearing shorts, and you're not allowed to come here if you have your shoulders uncovered, because they are religious sites.
So you need to respect that and obviously wear the appropriate clothes. I think, you know, very few places have this kind of atmosphere. I think sometimes when you go to Greece, you may see it in Greece if you go to the Parthenon in Athens. 100% when you go to Jordan, Petra, and just the most obvious one to me is like Egypt. When you go to some of the temples and the pyramids in Egypt, there's just such a special atmosphere about it. I mean, you're walking through things which are thousands of years old, and over here, obviously Angkor Wat is not as old as kind of Egyptian civilization, but it's, you know, you feel something. It's really difficult to describe, but it's very, very special to come here. And obviously this is not Angkor Wat itself, this is just another temple. They all look very similar. I think Angkor Wat is probably the most well preserved, and also obviously the most famous because it's probably the most photogenic. However, you know, it's just really special, very, very special walking through here. Just across the road from the temple that we were just at, and there's kind of like this kind of platform throne kind of thing. It's really beautiful, and on the other side is a pristine lake. And one thing I will say, just kind of reflecting on being here in Cambodia, it is very expensive to get in. It's $37 for a day trip, and you can buy like a 3-day ticket, a 7-day ticket. They are obviously more expensive. However, I wish I had actually stayed longer, because if you stay longer, then you can stay for 3 days and you can kind of come every day. You know, and you take your time with the temples, take your photos, do everything that you need to do. The one thing that I would say is the visa to actually come to Cambodia is very expensive. It's $50. Oh wow, let's just have a look at this. I'll keep talking. The visa is $50. Now, I personally think that's really expensive. And if anyone from the Cambodia tourism industry is watching this, if it was visa free, I probably think I would come here every year, because the luxury hotels that they have here in Siem Reap is amazing. It's got this history, you know, it's just a really beautiful place to come, actually on a family holiday as well. And there's not many international flights, so you kind of have to go into Bangkok first. But if a visa is $50 per person, it puts you off, it does. If the visa was free, anyway, you're probably not watching, but anyway. Okay, so this temple's a little bit different to the others because there are monkeys here. However, they were like screeching and like, yeah. I'm not too keen. Oh, look at the baby ones. They're kind of right in the path. I have to say, I am very scared of animals in general. I have a cat, and aside from my cat, I don't like animals. Well, I like animals, they're beautiful, of course I do, but I'm scared of them. Also, they have the most magnificent trees here. Like, they're tall, they're not like overly tall, but the roots, the way they just grow, and they've taken over the temples after all these years. It's just beautiful. It's actually, the whole kind of complex is beautiful because it's all like in a park. And it, you know, it's not a jungle or anything, it just feels like you're in Hyde Park, and then all of a sudden you've got these ancient 12th century temples. It's, wow, yeah, it's beautiful. tree, like snakes. The roots snake around the temple. It's so impressive. Oh, look at the colour, it's beautiful. And in particular on this one actually, you can really see it's very, very well preserved, this one. A lot of these temples are actually kind of together with the Indian government, because a lot of them were Hindu temples to start with, then they kind of became Buddhist temples. But a lot of them, kind of the preservation is working with Cambodia and India together. So yeah, that's why there's a lot of work going on all the time. Okay, so I've been told, or I heard, that that is famous because of the film Tomb Raiders. I personally have not seen it. There is a queue to actually take a photo with it. It's beautiful, but just like everywhere else here, it's aesthetic, it's beautiful, you can take photos, you can have a full photo shoot with every single corner. I mean, even that doorway, although it's got a emoji pillow. I always wanted one of those as a kid. Anyway, never mind. Clearly didn't get that. Got some childhood trauma to fix. One thing that's just so beautiful about these temples is that they're so like almost disorganized and broken, and you know, look, I mean, look, there's just literally just a pile of rocks there, you know, and it's imperfect, and that's exactly what makes them beautiful. But it's so characteristic, it's just nice. Okay, so we are now going to the third temple of the day. So there's 5 that we're doing today. Oh, sorry. Oh, choked on something. Hopefully not a spider. Sorry. Anyway, so we're going to 5 temples today. The 5th one being Angkor Wat, so excited for that. Hopefully my battery lasts. I just had lunch, and maybe it's because I'm in a touristy area, I don't know. But kind of, I think last night I was really excited to be here. I think now I've got my head screwed on a little bit properly. So I'm just going to rant, basically. I realised I do that a lot, but to be honest, I'm British, so get used to it. It really bothers me that they charge everything in dollars here. Their currency is 5,000 real is £1, or 4,000 to a dollar. Vietnam is 30,000 to a pound, and Lao, the Lao kip, is 20,000. So it's just not justified for them to be charging everything in dollars. And they charge things in dollars, but it's not even cheap. Like, I just had soup, and it cost me $8, which is like £6, £6.50. And it was soup, and it was really nice, I have to say. Because then even if you buy water, kind of then the cheapest that they charge is like, okay, $1. Everything's $1. You pay $1 for water, $1 for Coke. But then, like in Vietnam, you can get Coke for 20p. And over here, you're paying $1. Why? Because they use the dollar. Not because it's any different, but just because they use the dollar. And the thing is most of their tourism comes from Europe. It doesn't even come from America. So I just don't, it's not justified. Rant over. So we're in the middle of the jungle. And here in Siem Reap, if you're in the middle of the jungle, it means there's going to be a temple. So let us go inside. I don't think we can go in that way, but I think we can go in the other way. So this temple appears to be under the protection of China and Cambodia. Most of the other temples that I've seen have been under the protection of India. So yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of kind of international work going on here, because obviously, you know, all these temples are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. You know, it's they're landmarks for a reason. You know, they're so old and so well protected that it's important that there is kind of international cooperation on this. But anyway, you guys are not watching me to hear about boring politics stuff. And we are the only ones here in sight. I cannot hear another soul. I can't hear any vehicles, although you might have heard of a motorcycle about Well, okay, you can hear motorcycles, fine. But you can't hear anything else. So let's go and explore. There's no shortage of peace here, I have to say. Obviously, I haven't been to Angkor Wat just yet, excited for that. But there's no shortage of peace or areas where you can take your own photos. Oh, I've seen a human. There's plenty of places that you can go that are secluded, that you know you can have privacy, that you can just take it all in. It's amazing, it really is. I'm very, very impressed so far. It almost looks like Minecraft. I don't play Minecraft, by the way, but it just... Look, it's all like blocky. Right? I'm right? It's stunning, really is beautiful. So I don't know how someone got up there, because there's a barrier there that says staff only. So we're gonna kind of walk around the whole temple, see if we can get up there. If not, then we're gonna report him to the police and get him arrested. No, I'm joking. Maybe he is staff, who knows? Just because he was a Caucasian doesn't mean he doesn't work here. Don't be racist, everybody. Okay, I found the way up. It's very steep, actually. Right. Okay, I've made it to the top. Kind of. I'm on top of the world, ladies and gentlemen. There's someone there. I'm a bit scared. I don't know if I should go in. Right, the stairs are very steep, just be aware. So we've made it to the top. And there's basically just a small Buddha statue here. The reason I was a bit scared was because there was a gentleman here, and he looked English with a lot of tattoos. And, you know, clearly he must have been Buddhist, which is absolutely fine, you know, no problem with that. But he wasn't moving, and he was just kind of standing here, so I just got a bit scared. But yeah, it's beautiful. One thing I have to say is they're very trusting. Because, like, even here is a sacrifice. You know, people have kind of left money, and it's not a lot, but still. And obviously it smells nice in here because they burnt incense. Yeah. Okay guys, so we are here at the fourth and penultimate temple before Angkor Wat. So it's called Bayon Temple. I think it's basically the second biggest. It's like second most to see, and this is my I was going to say friend, but I don't want to insult anyone, so I'm just going to say statue. And I think there's the Bayon Temple. So phone, desperately running out of battery. This is life struggles. Not the statue, the phone. So yes, we're going to quickly go in, and then we're going to head to Angkor Wat, because yes, we also need to spend loads of time there. Wow. One can only imagine what these places must have looked like all those hundreds of years ago when they were probably in perfect condition. Look at that. Bloody hell. Wow. Beautiful. I mean, they feel like palaces, castles, and the temples is absolutely outstanding. I'm really, really excited to see Angkor Wat now. Oh wow, it's actually really pretty. Okay guys, I am walking up to Angkor Wat right now. Yeah, crazy. So I just stopped off in a cafe to get mango juice, standard stuff. My phone is overheating as usual because it's crap. So I asked the lady, I said, have you got water? And she couldn't understand me. I said, like water, just to wash my hands kind of thing. So she brought me a bucket of water, which was perfect.
and she must have thought I was a crazy person or something, and I just put my phone into it, and she was just looking at me shell-shocked, like she could not believe what she just saw. I was like, don't worry, it's my phone is hot, I need to cool it down. She must have thought I was mental, and I am, probably, but yeah, anyway. So, there's a bit of a construction work going on, so we're going to try and go round. It's a massive complex. So we're here at like 4 p.m, and sunset is at 6:30. Phone battery is on 28%, so it's, you know, it's getting intense. It's getting intense, guys. I'm really excited. Okay. I don't actually know, however, where the entrance is. Do you know what? It's probably there, where it says entrance. What do you guys think? Just taking a guess, though, you know. You can't be too sure. Oh, it's the colours. It's just iconic. It truly, truly is iconic. Okay, I'm going to keep recording as I go in. Maybe I should record my face so you can see my reaction, actually. So, this is the biggest temple complex in the world, I think. Built in the 12th century, initially as a Buddhist temple. Hindu temple, sorry, first, and then it was converted to a Buddhist temple, and now it's called a Hindu Buddhist temple. You need to see this. That, ladies and gentlemen, is why I've come to this country. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the pride of Cambodia, Angkor Wat.
Bagal naman itong magpipicture.
Excited. I can't believe I'm here actually. This is like major sight of the world. And the history of this place is like intense, like you can feel it by standing here in this courtyard, like the colours and like what these buildings have gone through and what they have seen over the centuries. It's just very difficult to fathom actually. It feels old, I have to say. You know, when you walk through Cairo and you walk through some of the temples in Luxor and Aswan in Egypt,
It feels old, but the colours are all kind of sandy. So, you know, we all learn about the pyramids and we all learn about these things. Here in Angkor Wat, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the colour scheme. Maybe it's the fact that you're not really taught about it. It feels, I don't want to say older, but it does to some extent. It feels older. It's nowhere near as old, but it's just, it's unknown. I suppose it's more unknown to me than Egypt. It's fascinating. It's really, really fascinating. Okay, we have climbed to the top of Angkor Wat, but nevertheless, there is no shortage of beautiful architecture and wall carvings, even up here. And there's a rainbow as well. Look at that. Oh, as long as it doesn't rain, please. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Everywhere I look, it just, I mean, look at that. Like, it's actually doesn't look that complicated when you look at it, but it's so beautiful. You can see the, like, kind of Hindu influence there. It's like very similar to a lot of patterns that I presume you'd see in India. I would absolutely love to go to India. Absolutely love to. Unfortunately, not sure how easy it will be for me, but yeah, I would love to go one day. But the patterns are just, you know, you can tell there's history. Look at these. Look at their eyes. There's history in those eyes. Don't look at the other things. Oh, you naughty people. Right, we're now going to go down. I don't know if you can tell, but it's very steep. I wonder what your perception of depth is like watching from home. Anyway, let's go. I'm not going to record because choose life. Alright, all hell is about to break loose here in Siem Reap. It's going to start, well, it started raining, but thunder and lightning. Okay, I feel really, really bad because I got a guy to take photographs of me. And he did a really good job, actually. And I went to pay him and I didn't have enough money. So I was actually going to stay here for sunset, but because there's clouds everywhere, to be honest, I don't think there's going to be much of a sunset anyway. And the sun doesn't set behind Angkor Wat, it kind of sets on the other side. So I'm not really sure if it's worth it. So I'm probably just going to follow him to an ATM, but if I leave, it means I can't come back in. But I owe the poor guy money and he did a really good job, so I feel really, really bad. So I'm going to do that now. I just came here to take my photos with the lake. You can see the reflection behind me. It's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, goosebumps. Alright, we are on Pub Street. Just to be clear, I do not drink, but we are here because this is where the atmosphere is. Although I have to say, I've been offered weed by 3 people so far, and a happy ending as well. It was a guy that offered it, but I think he offered it on behalf of a woman. I hope. Okay. Little bit like Thailand, kind of reminding me of it, but it's got a good atmosphere. I don't want to trash their business, but you should never do that because they don't wash the water and you can get a fungal infection from the fish. Medical tip of the day. I'm actually trying to look for the night market. I don't really know where it is, so I'm just walking. Food looks good though. I've had 2 meals so far here in Cambodia. One of them was at my hotel and it was the best meal I have had the entire trip. I can also say this, maybe it's very early to say this. I have been in Siem Reap now for 24 hours.
I can say that out of the past 3.5 weeks that I've been here in Southeast Asia, Siem Reap is my favourite place. Not just because of Angkor Wat, but because it's clean, the food is good, the hotels are outstanding, and there seems to be shopping here as well. So, yeah. Tamam, şerefe.
Şerefe kardeşim benim. Kanka ama iyi çıkayım ha.